Let me go back to Mr. Okechukwu now. I hope that we've reconnected. Mr. Okechukwu, the PDP, when they said, look, there is nothing new in what the president has said, and that the president has missed a golden opportunity to connect with the Nigerian people. Do you agree that the president really has had missed out a few things, and that the fact that he did not give details of his health, there is some vacuum in his broadcast on Monday?
Actually, if you do understand who President Muhammadu Buhari is, you will see the content. He's not a verbose person. I think he spoke and captured all that is needed in that very speech. If you recall what he said, for instance, he was able to bring back the late Emeka Ojukwu. A deep discussion both of them held. Or you want him to start cursing people before you could understand that his statement is a very profound and deep statement with a lot of sensibilities. He talked of national consensus. And the national consensus, as he said, is shared by majority of Nigerians, that it's better to live together than to live apart. Or is it about when he talked of economic security, which captures all some of us have been saying in terms of the issue of the solid foundation he has been laying? I'm just coming back from the southeast. I traveled from Lagos to Enugu on Thursday last week, and I could see what Mr. President is doing. That the road that had been abandoned for over 5-7 years, with the little resources he got, he was able to do more than a government that got more. And so, I don't know what they are trying to say. You want Mr. President to say he wants to hold a constitutional conference. He said the opposite, that the Nigerian people, the same day he was elected, on March 28th, 2015, the Nigerian people elected a National Assembly. And that those representatives of our people are in a good position to decide some of the issues. He agreed that there are grievances different from each of the geopolitical zones, but all had to be harmonized by our representatives. So a lot of people who want the 12 million they were paying them monthly in the Jonathan conference, they want a repeat performance. Mr. President said no. Whatever the National Assembly cannot do, then there's National Council of States.
Mr. Okechukwu, if I may quickly put this in, because I'd like us to dwell on the fact that he has assumed office and the issues on the front burner. Let me quickly put this to you. Are you disappointed, based on expectations of political leaders or some people in the APC, saying that there is a need for the president to rejig his cabinet? Are you disappointed that he did not raise that kind of issue? And do you think that it is right time for him to do so?
No, the point is that you do not impose yourself on the man who is the president of the country today. He's his own man. He's not used to dancing to the Ajasco because he wants to impress. I think he made a profound statement that had a lot of meaning.
Okay, just before, let me put this to you. Do you think that the president needed to have mentioned whether or not he was going to rejig his cabinet? A lot of people think, even in the political space, that it's high time he did so.
Well, you see, you have to respect the individuality of the person who holds the position. Personally, based on performance, maybe because his health has been a challenge before now, I think he should have noticed long before now performance weaknesses in his government. There are clearly performance weaknesses. There are performance weaknesses in power. There are performance weaknesses in agriculture. There are performance weaknesses even in national security. In fact, the speech admitted that. Because the speech talked about a resurging Boko Haram.
Reinvigoration.
No, a resurging Boko Haram.
Oh, yeah?
He is going to reinvigorate to counter.
Exactly.
So there are weaknesses in the performance of his government, which...
You think that he needs to take an urgent step on that?
I think the government has lost too much time. This is the third year. Next year is the election year. I think he has lost too much time.
All right. Let's take a moment. My guests are here bringing their experience and the weight of their thoughts into these matters of today. That the president is back in office. We discuss more on those critical issues in the nation right today. Join us again, everyone.